Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how I do my basket parties. And I've had a lot of people ask me about this, so I thought let's just run through and do a quick video on these. There's a couple different ways of doing it. There's two different kinds I do. One I call a transition basket party and the other one is a full basket party. The difference is pretty basic. One is a full set of testers, this is what we would call a full set of testers. Or one would be like a transition set of testers, where it's just the current scents, like the fall, winter, and the new scents. That would be like right now because it's fall, winter. But obviously spring, summer, whatever it happens to work. For people that are newer, or if they request it, I will do a full set of testers. But if they're Scentsy pros and they've done this before, and pretty much all their friends and family have ordered before, then they're getting a set of transition testers. Transition testers are a lot cheaper. If you get them on sale, they're like $5.60 when they're the month before I can talk here. If you get them the month before of the new scent starts, so like for this time I would have bought them in August and the new scent started in September. I like to use transition testers as much as possible just because of that reason, but because they're cheaper. But again, if somebody wants a full one, I will. The full set of testers is $25 though, so realize there's somewhat of an investment there. I never send my full size testers unless it's somebody that I'm very confident that I know I'm getting them back and they're not going to be destroyed. There's some expense there. Transition set of those full size testers, I think on sale is $25. Otherwise they're like $30. And the full set is $75. So you really don't want to hand those out. Plus they are big and heavy. Not as bad as those old ones that they used to have, but still, there's a lot of weight. And this is supposed to be a basket party. Now, what do you consider a basket party? Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put it in. Now, for me, I usually use our little Scentsy bags that we have, those little thermal ones. I'm out of basket parties, so this is why I'm putting some together here today so that I can get some more handed out. And I'm just going to use whatever I can find. Now, there's a few things that I've had laying around here, and I'm going to show you. This little bag here, I think I got this at Walmart. Or no, it was probably one of those like Dollar Tree or something. And they got pockets all the way around it. It's kind of a vinyl thing, so it's cute. Make sure you put your labels on it all over the place just so that people know it's yours, and if something happens it can get returned to you. So this works out really well. Another one I have, actually I think I got this one at Walmart. This one's a nice fabric one, and again it's the same deal. It's got the little pockets and stuff, whatever you want to use. Now when I do a full size set of testers, I put them in one of these guys. This is, I got a Joint Fabrics. It says on it $8.99, but I didn't pay that. It was either on sale, like 40 or 50% off, or I had a coupon. I would have never paid that. So this is nice because this whole thing, believe it or not, will fit into this. You got to do some wiggling, but it does work. In this way, it's nice. Let's say your host is at work in the break room, and a few different people want to look at scents. She can hand out the little sections. There's 3 of them, and one to each person. They can just kind of switch and go around. I don't try to put these in any kind of order. I've done that in the past, drove myself crazy. Takes too much time and they get messed up literally in 5 minutes. So for these I don't do that. But like I said, this is really nice and it works out great. Now for my for my transition testers, they come in a bag. I put them in these pencil bags. I got these at Walmart after school special or before school special thing for $1. I got purple and I got green ones. And these work out great. They hold up well. I've never had a problem with one ripping out. And, if you're really crafty, you can cut your little vinyl thing with your silhouette and put it on the front, whatever. Or even on the back. But this works out great for the transition ones. Again, for putting them in different bags and stuff, it's really up to you what you want. I got these bags and I haven't used them yet because they were a lot bigger than I thought. But I thought, what a cool idea. Somebody else came up with this. It said, put your party in here and people will see it when they're walking around with it. And that way they'll be like, oh, Scentsy, and they'll want to order. But this If it would have been like this size, I'd have been a little more happy. But the fact that it's so big, I haven't used these yet because I think they're just a little bigger than what I would have wanted. You know, any kind of tote bag, whatever you have. It can even be a basket. You know, novel concept, but whatever you want to put it in. Now, other than the testers, what do I put in my basket parties? Well, obviously you're going to put, like, you want to put your business cards in there. Put a good stack in there so that way they can hand them out pretty easily, because if somebody's not interested now, or maybe they don't have the extra money, or maybe they want to have their own basket party, they can get your information. Obviously, you want to put in catalogs. I put in 4 catalogs. That's kind of what I do. Again, make sure everything is labeled. I cannot stress enough how much you need to label things. Oh, the warmer of the month flyer. I'll put a chunk of those in there too as well. And if you're not getting these, why not? You should be signed up for the warmer of the month. If you are at all serious with Scentsy, that is an amazing deal. You get paid on it. It counts for your PRV. You should be getting the warmer of the month. I can see once in a while where there may be one you're just like, ugh. But you never know. Somebody else may love it and buy it from you, or use it as a hostess gift for a really great party. Holiday flyers. If it's during that time of year, make sure you put in a chunk of these as well. Label, label, label. Let's see. We also have our Rocktober special. So I have cards that I printed up that I put in there, because you never know. This hostess may decide, you know what? I really like this. I had a great basket party. I'm going to turn this into my launch party, and your info is here. You can chat with her about it. Another thing I like to put in is, oh, wait, let me do this one first. In our our catalog mailers, I put in the order forms. They fit in here perfectly. This way it works out good. They can, even if they get cash or something, they can stuff it in here. They can write on the back if they want who's got what. I'm actually thinking about doing some kind of label or getting a stamp or something to print on the back of these, or run them through my printer. So that way they can do them just like the hostess ones. It's just that those other ones are so big. So these are great. I also put a little label on the front of mine. And this is a personal special, so this is something that you could not do socially, or, you know, whatever. But I put a thing on there, and I give my hostess a bonus if they have all of their order forms filled out completely. And my main concern is that top information with the customer's information. I can tell you more times than not, I've gotten order forms where it's just got their first name and nothing else. It's seriously frustrating. If they paid cash, it's not that big of a deal, but I want that information so I can follow up with them later on. So I offer a special to my hostess, and I put the label on there because my handwriting is atrocious, so I want her to understand and read it. Another thing I like to do is I will put in a pack of samples. These are just ones that I did up myself with the wax molds, and I have a video that I showed earlier that just shows how I did them. There's, you know, my business cards in there, the wax sample of whiteout and what it is and all that. And I just ask that my hostess hand out one to everybody who orders as a thank you from me. And I have a little label on there saying that as well. With this season, there's been a lot of confusion with the combine and saves, because some of the warmers are not really in those kind of categories. Like, let's say the element warmer, the sleigh one in the holiday book, it is more expensive than a standard element warmer, so it does not work in your regular element combine and save. So somebody created this online, and I saved it, and what I did is I just printed these off and I laminated them. That way they can go in the bags the whole season and they're not going to get destroyed. But it gives you the different things that you can use, and what, like the Autumn Glow, Merry and Bright, Santa Sleigh, and Silver Frost enter as a lampshade. It gives all that information, gives the codes. That way people, if they weren't, maybe they weren't even thinking about doing a combine and save, and then they looked at this and went, oh, if I get this too, I can do a combine and save. So it might get them, but it's just, it helps too, because otherwise you're going to have somebody going ahead and putting that Santa Sleigh down as an element warmer with another element warmer, and it's not going to work. And trying to explain all that. So I like to put this in here so that way it is ready to go and they can see for themselves, and it's all written on here. Okay. One of the last things that I put in my basket party that is paperwork and is not like a tester or something is the basket party handbook. Now, I didn't originally create this, so I'm not going to take credit for it. I did update it. Plus, I actually put it in the order, I should say my son did, so that we could print this thing out front to back. So that way, like it says on here, you know, and it's my name and stuff is on here, but then you open it up and it gives you your Scentsy facts and all this other stuff. It is a great little handbook. I updated pictures, any other things that needed to be updated in it. But thank you whoever created this in the first place. It's really a great thing. It's just that for what I needed to update it. So I'm going to see if I can actually put a link below for this. If I can't, just message me and I can send it to you. I have one that doesn't have my info on it. I saved it so that my team and stuff could use it too. But this is great. Again, it has pretty much information on taking orders, if they need to pay shipping, and there's a spot in there for sales tax that you can add your own information, stuff like that. So this is pretty much invaluable, and all the information they need is pretty much in here. So that way you may have told them, but they can go back and look if they have questions. All right, now other than that stuff, we'll put a few other things in there as far as tester type things. And now I'm not talking like the mini testers. I'm talking like products, just so that they can kind of see them. One thing I really encourage you to do is put a bar in, because some people just don't really get the idea. Then they can see, oh, on the back there's 8 cubes, and we break them apart and this and that. I like to put in a room spray, because our room sprays are absolutely amazing. And this way they also can see the warnings on the room spray, not to spray them on certain things so that things get wrecked. But these hold up, these last so long, and I really like people to see that. One other thing I really like to put in is like a hand lotion or a body lotion. One of the layers lotions, just so that they can try it. I mean, you can put in travel tins, scent circles, or scent packs if you want. It's not really that necessary. But again, these are just a few things that I throw in, and not always in every single one. It really depends on what I have room for, because some bags are bigger than others, and I don't want them to be carrying this big heavy bag around. I want that to be more fun for them, and not that they have to, you know, be lugging around this gigantic bag, and at that point they're like, I never want to do one of these parties again. So make sure you kind of keep it fun and light and stuff like that. So I hope I've helped you guys out, and you've kind of got an idea of what to put in your basket parties, how to do them. There's really no right or wrong. Just wanted to give you a quick video on how I do mine and give you guys a little help. So if you have any questions, message me. I'm on Facebook, and I love to talk to you. And remember, sometimes those messages go to the other folder, so use my email address is probably the better choice. Anyway, we will talk to you soon.